Welcome back to the channel, where we don't just report the headlines, we analyze the seismic shifts that redefine an industry. And what we witnessed this week wasn't just a storyline development, it was a tectonic plate collision in the heart of the WWE universe. The landscape we knew has been shattered, and the epicenter of this earthquake is Survivor Series. The tribal chief, Roman Reigns, has returned. But his comeback was never going to be a simple victory lap. It was a strategic maneuver that collided head-on with the most destructive force in sports entertainment, the return of Brock Lesnar. In a single night, these two titans didn't just re-enter the fray, they ignited a conflict with the explosive potential to rewrite the entire history of war games. This is the story of how Survivor Series transformed from a premium live event into an all-out war zone. For weeks, the rumor mill was in overdrive. Insiders whispered about 2 vacant slots on the War Games teams, and the names on every fan's lips were the 2 most dominant figures of the modern era, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. It was a fantasy booking scenario almost too good to be true. But WWE, understanding the magnitude of the moment, didn't just tease it, they delivered it with the force of a sledgehammer. The stage was set at the hallowed grounds of Madison Square Garden. First, the storm arrived. Brock Lesnar's music hit, and what followed was a maelstrom of pure, unadulterated destruction. He dismantled Cody Rhodes and CM Punk with a terrifying, focused rage, leaving the ring a battlefield and the audience in a state of shock. It was a statement. The final weapon for Paul Heyman's vision had been deployed. But just as the dust seemed to settle and the heel faction's victory felt assured, the counter-strike emerged. The gong hit. The arena erupted, and Roman Reigns walked out, not as a man returning from hiatus, but as a general arriving to reclaim his battlefield. The ensuing stare-down with Lesnar was more than intense, it was a silent conversation of legacy, power, and inevitable violence. It was the calm before the storm. And then, the storm broke. The confrontation exploded into absolute chaos. When Bronson Reed attacked Reigns, it was the spark that lit the powder keg. Reigns' response was a symphony of controlled violence, a flurry of punches, a devastating Superman punch, and finally, a spear that sent Reed and 2 unlucky security officers crashing through the barricade. This wasn't a brawl, it was a declaration. Roman Reigns was back, and he was aligning not just with a team, but with a cause. Let's break down the new battlefield. The babyface team is now a Mount Rushmore of modern WWE. Cody Rhodes, the heart and soul, the strategist, the emotional core. CM Punk, the agent of chaos, the revolutionary, the wildcard who thrives in anarchy. The Usos, the flawless engine room, masters of timing and high-impact offense. Roman Reigns, the final boss. The closer, the aura of invincibility made manifest. Opposing them, the Vision, is no longer just a faction, it's a doomsday device engineered by Paul Heyman. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the twin titans of pure, unrefined power. Logan Paul, the high-risk, high-reward variable, a constant threat for the viral, game-changing moment. Drew McIntyre, the veteran warrior, a perfect blend of brute strength and ring IQ. Brock Lesnar, the nuclear option. The personification of chaos who can single-handedly dismantle any strategy. This is no longer about wins and losses. This is a philosophical war. Roman Reigns represents structured dominance, legacy, and the weight of history. Brock Lesnar represents primal chaos, instinct, and the destruction of order itself. Their collision inside the double cage of War Games isn't just a match, it's a battle for the soul of WWE's future. As we hurtle toward November 29th at Petco Park in San Diego, every promo, every backstage segment, every glance is loaded with meaning. The psychological warfare has already begun. The question is no longer who will win, but what will be left standing when the dust finally settles. This is more than a main event. It's an extinction-level event. Stay locked here, because we are about to witness history in the making.